Remarkably, the Crawley Irish Festival celebrates 21 continuous years on Sunday the 27th of August from noon till 7pm at the Hawth Theatre. Now, it's a great day out with appeal for all age groups. As we'll hear from our friend of the show, festival organiser and chair of Crawley Celtic and Irish Cultural Society, John Nolan, this event has endured when others have sadly folded. Now, indeed, it's grown, attracting 5,000 visitors annually to celebrate. Ambassador Dan Mulhall hosted a reception at the embassy recognising the contribution of volunteers, sponsors, media partners and entertainers. John, that was a mighty night amongst friends who make the festival what it is today.
It was, Jerry, and that's what it was all about. You know, I think Crawley Irish Festival looks after itself in Crawley. The local people in Crawley enjoy the festival. People from the south coast come all the way up, as well as our traditional supporters down from London. But the night in the festival was something to do with the support we get from Crawley Borough Council and West Sussex Council, and also the local funding bodies. And we've sort of made the Crawley Irish Festival not only an Irish festival, but a festival for Crawley, and that's how we get our visitors and our support from, and it's always a good day, as you well know yourself.
Indeed. Now, admission is free. Crawley and Three Bridges station are nearby, and there's parking for SatNav. The post
from Victoria or London Bridge. Yeah.
Right, and the postcode is RH106YZ. Now, it's a bank holiday weekend, so people can sort of kick back and relax. Yes. And the date is the 27th of August. That's the date for the diary. Now, familiar faces, Jerry Malumley and Patrick O'Connell will keep the crack going as MCs. All-time favourites, the Mary Rose Band and the London Irish group, the Crackheads, with the dynamic Mick O'Byrne, the previous guest of mine, appear on the main stage, sponsored by Foundation Development Limited, and the trad stage, sponsored by Coinford, is home to Irish Mist and Straw Dogs. What's the rest of the musical lineup, John?
We've got, on the main stage again, we've got the Paddy Ryan Band. Paddy Ryan is new to London. He's based up in Liverpool, but he travelled with the Seven Drunken Nights, as you featured on your show there a few months back. He knocks out some great stuff, as well as a reel of strings, and one of our very own Celtic Crunch kicks off the day on the main stage. That's the whole stage. But we've got a few surprises popping up and down on the main stage as always. Dancers and a few celebs and that sort of stuff. We've got a heavy concentration of Irish footballers based with Crawley Town Football Club as well. So you never know what might pop up on the main stage as the day goes along.
Right.
Good day planned and promised for all.
Indeed. Now, for the younger festival goers, we'll be delighted. There's a children's area with games, arts and crafts, songs and storytelling in the folklore genre. Now, in this context, John, I know you value harnessing the passion of the second, third, fourth and beyond Irish in Britain for their Irish heritage.
That's correct, Jerry. And part of our yearly events is the Crawley Fleadh. Now, Crawley Festival, you might think, what's the difference? But the Crawley Fleadh set up to cultivate links with all the organisations in Crawley, the various social groups and schools and that. And we found, and one very particular great event we had there was a visit to Ireland, where all the kids in the schools could design their own passport and get it stamped with their harp, and then they would go on an imaginary trip to Ireland, down all the corridors in the school, go in, cross a bridge, go into the west of Ireland by crossing the Shannon, visit Leinster House, the House of Parliament in Dublin, and then go on various little trips around, and they get their passport stamped at the same time. That sort of instilled into schools from a very early age with the teachers there, and that has sort of brought forward now over the years and the passing years. People look forward to the festival as more of a grown-up event. So it's the old story, Jerry. If you start off young with them, everything will take over nicely as the age and grow into maturity. And we've always valued that link with our youth, and the children's entertainment area is something that we've got the story of the children of Lear and the Salmon of Wisdom all over again. And it's and kiddies games from long ago, Fado, as we grew up listening to it. So it's a sort of a festival that appeals to not only the age group that we're in, the younger age group, the younger again, and the elders that enjoy going to festivals like ours. So it's a festival for all.
Right. Now, John, you've obviously got a winning formula with the mix of music, dancing, GAA sports on the big screen and stalls where people can stock up on favourite foods and items. Now, key to success is continuing to attract along people who have long been committed to organisations such as John and Sally Connolly and John Gilstonen of the Council of Irish Counties Association,
right.
indeed, as well as getting those moving to the UK more recently, involved with the setup such as Ciara Murphy, who guest reviews on the Irish Theatre for our programmes. John, you're forward-thinking, embracing Irish and non-Irish, and establishing links with the local authority and political figures who are right behind you. You put a lot of hard work. Clearly, you strive for satisfaction on this.
Well, I like to think that Crawley is a new town as such. It was developed from the 1946 New Towns Act. So the following year, 1947, was the birth of Crawley, and we're celebrating Crawley New Town 70 years old this year, the same as we celebrate everything one year going on to the other. But with that, it attracted a lot of different nationalities to the town, and we've all grown up together in the town, and I think that's what works as a new town. We hear poor stories and sorrowful stories of new towns developing, but I always think that Crawley is a real success story on that. And it shows in our culture. And, over the years, we attend other cultural festivities and festivals and vice versa. And that's where the crowd, builds from. And it's great to go shopping of a Saturday and that sort of stuff and bump into other cultures and other communities and be able to call these people by their first names. And that shows how well Crawley has run itself and how well the Crawley Irish Festival is one little notch in or cog in the big wheel that makes Crawley a success, and we pride ourselves in that. And at the embassy reception, we had the local MP Henry Smith, we had the mayor Brian Quinn, and we had quite a few of the councillors from a very mixed genre of backgrounds, and that all shows how well we are here, and it works. It works very well, and it works so much that it attracts other people down from the London area to be part of it on the day.
Right now, as you mentioned there, Brian Quinn, he actually thanked you at the embassy, the Irish Embassy, for your commitment and dedication to the locality as chair of Crawley Celtic and Irish Cultural Society. The website, by the way, is www.celtic or Celtic-Irish.co.uk. Gives details of your scope, and I'm sure you'd like to engage with as many people as possible.
We would.
Now, community radio station Susie Radio will broadcast live. Also, would advise people to run a comb through the hair and sort of look the best, as Martin and Annette Logan will film the festival for Sky's 212 Irish Home and Abroad TV show.
That's great, yes. We're looking forward to meeting Martin and Annette down there. It's a big one for them as well.
Indeed. Now, I know you've some acknowledgements to recap. Sponsors are Foundation Developments Limited and Coinford.
That's right. Foundation Developments Limited are based up in the Croydon area of London, and we'd like to faithfully and sincerely thank Pat Hickey for all the help and support he's given us through the years. It's something that we wouldn't be able to do without these companies, and the same goes for Coinford Construction in the form of Jerry Hickey, who is, they're behind us all the time. You run into financial difficulties, Jerry, in life, and you think you're not going to get out of it, and all you got to do is make a quick phone call to these people, and before you even ask them, I wouldn't say they're ready to throw money at you, but the goodwill and the name of the Crawley Festival works that they know that you're not going to throw it away on something silly, and you're going to invest it in something good on the day. And without the support from the big companies like that, we wouldn't be able to do what we do today and give everybody free admission in. So it's testament to these people and to our own history that we can do what we do at the festival. Indeed.
Now, funders are, of course, also the Irish Government through the Emigrant Support Programme, West Sussex County Council, Crawley Borough Council, and indeed the Hall Theatre.
Yeah.
And also, thanks, of course, to the festival goers who make the event bigger and better year on year. John, it takes a high level of support to keep the show on the road.
It does, but the festival goers just give you that piece of... it instills into you the buzz for the following year. There's nothing as good as somebody thanking you at sort of 6:30, 7 o'clock as they go out the gate. It could be a family, it could be an elderly couple, or it could be a young couple. To just thank you, thanks very much for that, look forward to next year.
Right, now
that brings you away again saying, right, here we go, let's start counting down the days.
Indeed. Now, you're inviting advertisers and those wanting to pass on good wishes to take space in the festival programme to help you meet the substantial costs.
Yes.
So, your telephone number, John, it's you that people contact. It's 01293 513189. That's 01293 513189. John, listen, congratulations to you and your wife Noreen on this fantastic achievement. It's certainly been a year for anniversaries for you as you tied the knot with Noreen 40 years ago.
God, are you still remembering that?
Yeah,
well done. Yeah, well, I'm not allowed to forget. Well done, Jerry.
Did she know what she was signing up to?
I think she knew well, yeah. She had her head screwed on, right.
Right. Yeah. Right now, those local to the Hall Theatre look forward to all the attractions of the festival. Furthermore, huge numbers come from far and wide, as you mentioned. Now, you're sure to run into people you know, and many friendships have been struck up with the Crawley Festival, and surely that possibly that's what it's all about.
It is, and we invite people onto the stage during the official opening, and it's surprising. We're not looking for big names or MPs that are around, and the councillors there as well, and they pop up and they wave at everybody. But it's surprising some of the, I wouldn't say ordinary people, but the faithful followers of ours could be straight-laced, backboned English people from down the coast and up around, and some of the ethnic minority people, that show up year by year. And it's surprising who does come on board and gives the festival goers that wave from the main stage, and that's what makes it work. And I think that's what clicks everything on the day. And
indeed. Now you can see our website irishradio.org for details on how to obtain the free magazine The Crack Is Back, which previews the festival. Also email willie.moan@upmail.ie for a newsletter which will give comprehensive details. So the Crawley 21st Festival takes place between noon and 7pm at the Hall Theatre, Crawley, RH10 6YZ. Admission is absolutely free. All are welcome. John, listen, once again, many congratulations to this landmark. You're set fair for a great day, and thank you indeed. Listen, keep coming back. John, Gurv Mogul, thank you indeed.
God bless now.